Okay, I want to post a response here to this video, why I hate Smackdown vs. Raw 2008. In essence, Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 was not the best game indeed. This is true. But it wasn't the worst one either. When he talks about commentary in the games, he leaves out some crucial points. I'd first like to point out, when they released Smackdown vs. Raw 2006, it was Taz and Michael Cole. No, DX fan here. Taz and Michael Cole were doing commentary. When they released Smackdown vs. Raw 2007, they left the same commentary. They just had JBL monotoning the whole damn thing. And it's still monotoned in 2008. That's why the commentary sucked, because they cut corners to speed up the release of it, which, in my opinion, made it really bad. Another point that he makes is about the controls. Yes, they experimented way too damn much in Smackdown vs. Raw 2008. And they experimented in places where they shouldn't have. I mean, experiment on the PSP. I mean, I have one. I love my PSP, but I'm not going to play Smackdown vs. Raw on it. I mean, I dealt that through 2006. It just doesn't work. The game system just can't handle it. It's worse than It's worse than like a handheld PS1, where the controls and the response on the system itself are really laggy and really stupid. He talks about the music. The music in 2007 was okay. The music in 2006 was better, yes, I agree. Music in 2008, but you know what? We live with it. The world's turning to rap anyway. I mean, I bet this guy doesn't like rap. Neither do I, but it's just what we live with, Smackdown vs. Raw and the rest of the frickin' country go to rap music, well, that's what we get stuck with. The superstars in season mode, they're designed, what was season mode designed for? Single player, just go through the mode, see the storyline, enjoy a little bit. It wasn't meant to be played non-stop. Most of the game was designed around the challenges and the general manager mode. The season mode in 2008 was designed for general manager mode. It was not designed for the traditional season mode that they have listed in the game. Because when you play through as a superstar, and you play through that mode, you can play through as creators, you can play through as regulars. And, you can't do that with season mode. It was designed, the 24/7 mode was the new season mode. They put the old season mode in there just for the heck of it. Now, to go back to some other comments. When you played Smackdown vs. Raw 2006, the controls on it on the PS2 were very good. Yes, this is true. But did anybody ever think to try the PSP's controls out? They sucked. Completely sucked. But I bought the game nonetheless. It wasn't the greatest thing, but it was endurable. I didn't buy 07 and I didn't buy 08. And that's the reason why, because the controls on 06 I couldn't stand them. So where does this guy get off talking about how everything in 08 sucks? Okay, you want to talk about the submission system. In 06, it was tap, 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 tap. Okay, fine. Make, quick hands, what you gotta do. In 07, it was designed around timing. Okay, well, that's decent. It's not great. A lot of it was designed just around timing a reversal or timing an escape. In 08, they did it right. I say they did it right, and I strongly believe they did it right. Struggle submission system is a lot better than what they were doing in the other previous games. Because it's not relying on tapping a button, it's not relying on timing something. Well, actually it is relying on timing, but that's another point. Timing in 08 was so much better. than, 06, 07, or the original SmackDown versus Raw. Sure, draft kind of sucks. I mean, now we got 3 brands and none of them make sense. And, it doesn't really work too well. But you get the draft, you get your superstars in general manager mode, and it's been improved a little bit. I mean, it's not great, but it's been improved. I mean, there's a feel there to it, that you can just feel it a little bit better. In exhibition, matches were added, matches were taken away. Some things we agree with, some things we don't. Some things that were liked, some things that just were hated. I really hated when they took out the I Quit match from, what was it? Here Comes the Pain. I think they finally took it out. But I was enjoying those matches. Those were fun. Now it's a last man standing match. And then there was the parking lot brawls, pin to win. No, you're in the parking lot. You're not having a sanctioned match. So why the hell are you pinning the guy to win? I agree there, because they actually fixed that problem. They made it feel a little more real. This finally changed in 08. The controls in 08, they did change a lot. They're not the greatest thing I've ever seen, but neither was anything else that I've ever seen, so. Finally, we'll go to the commentary. Well, I did the commentary, but we'll go back to it again. And then we'll go back to submission system one more time. Commentary in 06. Michael Cole and Taz. If you listen to the commentary in 07, 06, and 08, what's the one thing that I note that is always the same? Michael Cole. He has not changed any. They didn't update The Undertaker's talks. They talk about The Undertaker. He's 13 years in the business. He's 13-0 at WrestleMania. He's 16-0 right now. He was 14-0 when they released the game. No, he was 15-0 when they released the game. They talk about him being 15 years in the business. He was in the business for what? I think he's in the business for 18 years. So how did they get off saying 15? They didn't do any recording. They just skimmed through what they had to do the commentary and get it done. That's why the commentary sucked. The AI, it definitely needs work. I mean, I'll agree there. It needs a lot of work. In 06, they had it right, kind of. I mean, they had a way to tweak it in 06. They didn't leave that in 07. They didn't leave it in 08. They should have, but they didn't. You can take a lot of that countering that he talks about out and put a lot more striking and grappling, and actual movement in it. Which is what I did personally. I made it look and feel kind of real. It's not like I'm gonna counter. No, I had it set so it wouldn't do that. I had an actual real frickin' feeling match, as opposed to the stuff that's just like, oh, I'm gonna counter this and I'm gonna counter that. This guy screams, what the fuck? Okay, well, what the fuck, dude? You talk about how everything is not working right, and everything's this and everything's that, and the first one was always perfect. The first one's never perfect. They change things, they make it look, they change it around, they just deal with what they want to do. And that happens. And you live with it, or you don't buy the system. Big deal. In 09, I hope to see the draw system return. Hope to see The Undertaker's a legend. I hope to see, Kane and The Undertaker together in actually a tag team like they have been for a while when he returned. The Rock's definitely staying around. Stone Cold definitely staying around. Don't know who else is basically staying around, but we know who's staying around more or less. And Cena having the highest overall, I definitely agree that wasn't right. I mean, overall, it should have been Undertaker, period. But that's what they did, and you live with it, or you don't buy it. Simple. Anyways, I'm basically out of time, unfortunately. But in 09, I hope most of it stays the same. I hope the commentary gets redone. I hope the music is harder and it's better. And that's about it.